Alrighty, gang, I'm back. I'm back again from the Odyssey Life Garage with a Honda Odyssey FL250 free giveaway, carb tune, and more reassembly video with a first ride. We were asked on the Odyssey Life Facebook page, what tool do you use to tune the FL250 carb? I was watching a UK YouTube channel and I saw him using these little screwdrivers from a company called Titan. These are screwdrivers that are meant to be used to tune carburetors, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to use our screwdrivers to tune our carb after we go ahead, assemble our air cleaner and everything else. So when we tune it, we're tuning it right. So, all right, folks, carb tune part 2 of our 2-part series and getting this machine fully reassembled and driving for the first time. All right, guys, let's get to work. Alrighty, got all of our parts laid out. We're going to go ahead and install our air cleaner parts first. So if you want to take a look at the FL250 manual, all the parts that I've got laying out are the parts that they tell us that we should need. So, all right, this is our step that we have to do before we can properly tune it. I've already got a brand new clamp down here. I like to loosely put it on down there, get the airbox on, and then slide it up and screw it on. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, guys, let's get our parts on, and then yeah, we'll start tuning our carb. All right, let's get our airbox reassembled. It tricked me into thinking I didn't have the boot on. Little tip and trick: if you decide to put the small end on the carburetor and install the airbox first, and you're having trouble getting it going on the bottom, put one hand underneath and one hand inside and work it around until it goes on all the way. We're on there solid, we're on there firm. We can go ahead now and put our 2 mounting bolts in back here and 1 mounting bolt right down here above the carburetor right there. We'll get that mounting bolt in there, and then we can get to soaking our filter element in 80-90 gear oil that we got sitting up there. Squeeze out the excess, and that's what we're gonna do. So let's get set up to go ahead and soak our element. Alrighty, folks, as my landlady mows the lawn right outside the garage wall, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna open up our new filter element available at oddatv.com. As you can see, it's good for every year of the Odyssey, 1st gen through 2nd gens. We're gonna go ahead, open up this bad boy, and it says in the FL250 service manual that you should soak this in 80-90 gear oil and then squeeze out the excess. We're not gonna soak it because this pan is dirty, but we're gonna take our 80-90 gear oil and we're just gonna and then squish it together and get it all in there, and then squeeze out the little bit of excess that we don't use. So let's go ahead. Leave a comment if you've ever serviced big trucks and you hate the smell of burnt gear oil. All right, guys, let's go ahead. Let's bite the bullet. We've got a nice healthy coat of 80-90 gear oil on our filter. Let's go ahead. Let's wring it out. I think that's nice and wrung out. So let's go ahead and let's clean our hands. We're always making a mess on this channel. We're gonna install it. This side being the top, the open side being the bottom. We're gonna install this, say the top of the letters being the top, the bottom letters being the bottom. So let's go ahead and let's cram this in here. Because remember, this is our sealing surface on the bottom. This is our sealing surface on the top. So we want to leave it just like that, and put our plate on like so. So it pulls just through the air filter. All right, so I will see you over at the Airbox so we can finish installing the bolts in that, and then we can put our filter element in. First things first is we have to install this bolt, that bolt, and the bolt on the back side. I've got my 11mm socket, and we're gonna go ahead, let me start these bolts by finger. Alrighty folks, it's a moment we've all been waiting for. Now that we got our Airbox installed, all the plumbing done and everything else, we can go ahead, we can get to tuning that carb and then taking her for her first ride, guys. I stuck a blanket down inside the foot tub so I didn't scuff it up. We'll leave that up to the new owner to do. So let's go ahead, let's get her fired up, let's get her warmed up, and then let's tune the carb. Alright guys, let's get her done. I know for a fact, because of how we left off last time, that we're running lean. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to open this screw a quarter turn more than what it was. And then if we need to make another adjustment, we will. So let's go ahead, let's fire up the machine and let's see how that works and see if we have to make an adjustment after the fact. We're on. Turn the choke on. We're choked. Let's do this. Not bad for a cold start. Alrighty guys, I think that sounds amazing. I think we're ready for our first ride. Yes, our first ride. Let's go ahead. Let's get the first gen out of the way. Let's swing this out of the way. Let's get the first gen pushed up, and then we're gonna move the car, and then we're going for our first ride. All right guys. I truly can't believe we're going for the first ride. I mean, less one fender, which I don't think's a big deal. I've got everything out of the way. We should be able to drive out of here. Plenty of room on each side. I'll move the car and that roll cage right there. I've got everything wired up for sound and video. Got the Insta on my helmet. Got the GoPro on the buggy. I'll have the camera on the phone with the tripod out there. We're going to try to get as many angles as possible. All right, guys, let's get her fired up. Let's get her started, and let's get ready. out of gas right now, so I need to put some gas in it. I cannot believe how well this rides. It's running a little bit lean, so we got to add a little bit of fuel to it. So let's go ahead, let's add a little bit of fuel to it. All right, folks, I'm coming to you live from the cockpit of the GT250. Just got back from our inaugural ride, guys. It felt like she wanted to pick the front tires up off the ground. I didn't want to get too crazy because God forbid if I wreck a machine I've never ridden before we get a chance to give it away. And plus we don't have a bumper, and I'd hate to destroy the front end of our crisp and clean FL250 foot tub. So, all right, folks, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the first ride. Don't forget, subscribe, turn on all notifications so when the machine's finally complete and the safety testing is done and we pick the winner, you'll definitely be notified. Head over to the Odyssey Life Facebook page, join and become a member, and stay up to date with what's going on with the giveaway machine and the giveaway. You don't want to miss it. If you subscribe, you get your free chance to win. So, all right, big thanks to Joe, our proud sponsor, for continuing to sponsor our channel and this giveaway. He just giving back for almost 20 years of selling parts and you guys being dedicated customers. So, all right, folks. And as I always say, if you're riding, stay safe, wear a helmet, and we'll see you soon.